Malaysia Bask Bear Coffee is one of the Malaysia's fastest growing coffee brands and takes inspiration from the Malayan sand bear. And to discuss further on this, we have the individual himself to share his story, experience and even business approach on this. So let's welcome Bryan Loo, the Chief Executive Officer, Bask Bear Coffee. I want to say thank you very much for joining me. Firstly, maybe you can share with us what did the inspiration come from until you made to create a business of Bask Bear in Malaysia?
Okay, so Bask Bear, it's coming to 4 years old. We started Bask Bear early day because we thought we wanted to duplicate the success from tea life, from tea into coffee. So from there, we started to think about, if you want to build a coffee brand, how would the brand look like? Then we took an inspiration about Malayan sun bear, which is an extinct animal in East Malaysia forest. We thought that if we want to build a coffee brand, we want to build a coffee brand with a soul. And in our soul, in this case, it's actually Malayan sun bear. So today, fast forward after 4 years, Bask Bear Coffee became one of the top leading coffee brands in the country. So it's an innovative coffee disruptor. We have expanded from one store, and today we are about 150 stores across all the states. And not just that, we also have a product ranging from coffee all the way to a Korean toasty, which the brand famous for.
Well, there's a multiple product and even innovation, as you can see.
Yes.
We want to touch on the current trends in the food and beverages F&B market. How do you see, understand the consumer behavior right now?
I think the consumer behavior has evolved a lot from pre-COVID to COVID to post-COVID. One of the biggest change is consumer wanted things to be a lot more convenient. So with that having in mind, right, Bask Bear has evolved from being an offline retailer to become a fully omni-channel retailer, which means Bask Bear has its own direct-to-consumer apps. Today, we got more than 500,000 members between the apps that we are powering to experience. So people can go up to Bask Bear apps to order, and then we can deliver it directly to them. Or they can even buy it from the apps and pick up at store anytime, anywhere they want. So I think convenience become a very big shift in our consumer behavior. I think second thing is we all know that coffee has become a big thing. And you see there's a mushrooming of coffee outlet, the whole nationwide, multiple different brands. And Bask Bear is actually riding on the trend to create a very extinct or specialty coffee to offer to Malaysia. In our cases, the extinction is coming from an ingredient that we are famous for. It's called Aren palm sugar, or maybe in other words, people call it gula apong.
Gula apong,
Gula apong. So we are the only first coffee brand in the country to use Aren palm sugar to infused into our drinks.
Talking about coffee, I'm going to get my coffee after this. And you're being in the F&B industry market, what kind of new technologies are being adopted by the F&B businesses, and what are kind of the emerging food and drinks preference among consumer right now?
I think technology is, people are moving towards more and more app-based initiative. So for Bask Bear, going into having our own direct-to-consumer apps really help the brand to propel. And today the apps, as I said, has got about more than 500,000 members, and the active user rate is around about 50%, which means at any point of time, there are 250,000 people transacted through the apps. So I think that's a big, significant change post-COVID. And second thing, when it comes to product, people not just want coffee. People want a food that can go very well with the coffee. So in our cases, it took us 3 years to R&D the product. So the halal Korean toasty become the top seller of the menu. So today our food and our drinks around about 50% and 50% ratio, which means we sell equal amount of toasty as compared to our coffee.
Well, that's quite hard.
Yes.
Usually they have, like, every product, they have one dominance of product.
True, you're
usually.
Right. You're
and then, interesting, you have shared with us the inspiration. How did Bask Bear come to life? And then we understand about the F&B market trends currently. And we want to touch on the obstacle that you have faced. What are some of the challenges and opportunities for Bask Bear within the current market?
Okay, so when you look at the landscape, right, we can, at one end, we can think that coffee is very competitive. But I think for the last 3 to 4 years, Bask Bear came out strongly because we are investing in 2 platforms. So one of the platforms is we are not just focusing on offering good coffee, we're focusing on building a product or food product that can be very complemented to our coffee drinks. So in our cases, it's actually our toasty product. So the toasty product, if you look at the past 1 to 2 years, there were a lot of very exciting collaboration we did. So we recently did with Burger Lab to launch a smash beef toasty and also burger into our menu, and that product just went off the roof. And then last 2 months, we actually collaborate with Village Park, Nasi Lemak, to use their sambal to build into our toasty. So the toasty product has somehow become a new burger. So for Malaysian, there's always out and about to find fast food. So Baskbear become their top choice nowadays.
Even in the food also production, we need to be more creative other than being creative in the marketing strategy. And how do Baskbear address the competition among others actually? Because we know there's a lot of cafes selling coffee with their own innovative product and launch, but we see that Baskbear have like a bit of both. Maybe you can share what's your unique selling position?
So when we kickstart the brand, right, we tell ourselves we cannot just depend on coffee. Because if you depend on coffee, it's become very competitive. It's like who got a better Americano? So in our cases, on day one, we invested very strong food capability. So now we are not just producing our own toasty. Every single ingredient, we are working very closely with our suppliers. So from there, we have built up our kitchen capability as well. So we invested about 2 years' time to train up the competency of our people so that the barista not just know how to make the coffee. They can now make toasty, they can make pasta, they can make burger.
Complete package.
Complete package. So it's very difficult at the beginning. But once we have a store of close to 150 outlets, with a manpower more than 1,000 people, now they're able to build up the momentum to support the growth.
And we know there's always challenges that will be faced by small, big, even big business. How can you say Baskbear will find the opportunity or to leverage within the current market and even the future market actually?
I think brand has to get really relevant. When I say relevant, it's 2 things. One, it has to be really relevant when it comes to technology. In technology, it's not a solution of what we're trying to build. So I think the issue statement is people wanted more and more convenient. People are getting a bit more lazy to stay at home. They want everything delivered to them. So we have to be able to answer that question. So in our part, we are building that answer towards our direct-to-consumer platform, the apps. So the apps now powering a lot more transaction through the apps. Second thing is people are looking for more and more exciting product. They don't stick to one product. Now they want to, they want to explore all sorts of different products that get viral. So the product menu that we are in, right, we need to make sure that we are launching new product every 3 to 4 weeks. Every 3 to 4 weeks, either drinks or either food. Just imagine we are launching new product every 3 to 4 weeks, intercept by drinks and by food. So that's how we get really excited for our consumer, and then they will keep coming back to us.
Yeah, and we bring the excitement to the consumer.
And they like collaboration, they like partnership. So we do the Village Park partnership, we do a Burger Lab partnership. Those really get them excited.
True, they want to see something different. They want to see Baskbear is more than just a local coffee. And
then on top, there are more and more audience that's young. So young people are now seeking out for something more healthier or alternative. So what we did with iron palm sugar is because iron palm sugar has the lowest GI index compared to table sugar, compared to brown sugar, compared to honey. So iron palm sugar or this gula apung from East Malaysia it's very good, healthy sugar alternative for consumer.
Usually coffee like actually has many sugar.
Yes. So iron palm sugar is really a native coffee sugar substance that we try to promote. Not just that we introduce people on coffee, but we make sure that they have healthy options.
And we want to touch on your expansion, your goal, your developments. Maybe you can share with us what is your strategic short-term and even long goals for Baskbear?
I think long-term goal is to try to make sure that we are growing Baskbear steadily to become the top 3 coffee player in the country. That's number 1 goal. Number 2 is making sure that we have a very robust R&D effort to support our new product launches, so to keep the brand relevant. And then thirdly, we just launched our new brand. We just refreshed the new brand. We always has a bear that inspired by Malaysian sun bear. Now we turn the bear into a mascot. So we make it more fun, more whimsical, more quirky. So now the bear is going everywhere to make content, to engage with people. So when people think about Baskbear, they think about Brother Blair. So Brother Blair is really the icon that we're trying to build here. So if we have Brother Blair, then we are solving today's issue statement where the young people wanted excitement. They want to relate to the brand. They want to make sure that the brand has got a soul behind. So in our soul is actually our Brother Blair. So Brother Blair is really engaging with a lot of consumer, making sure that we are out there to do a new store launch, on-the-ground activation. So Brother Bear is going to be a really exciting element for the brand.
I hope for our next discussion you'll bring Brother Bear together.
Sure, sure.
And how do you plan to enhance the customer experience after this?
I think a couple of things that we're trying to do. On menu perspective, we are enlarging the menu because we spent 2 years to train our people in terms of kitchen and drinks counter capability. So I think going forward, you expect the next 6 months, there will be a lot more exciting food item into the menu. So when you look at Baskbear Coffee and Toasty, it's no longer just a coffee place. Imagine us to be a cafe that has got a lot of exciting food product to offer, but also underpinned by a very quality coffee products. Yeah. So that's on the product end. And our goal is to grow 300 stores over the next 2 years. Hopefully to get us to the top 3 coffee player in the country.
Right. I hope I can try one of your new branch later.
Thank you.
And we know that every business is not only to look at the profit, they need to look at the social CSR and even the local community service. How do Baskbear actually engage with the community and the locals?
True. So from day one, the brand is already inspired by Malayan Sun Bear. So Malayan Sun Bear, if you know about the history, there's actually a very good conservation center called Borneo Sun Bear Conservation Center, BSBCC, that's actually situated in Sandakan. So we work with BCC very, very closely in several programs. One of it is actually we adopted the orphanage Sun Bear that captured by the poacher. So what we did with the center is actually to adopt them back from the poacher and then to help them to rehabilitate it back to the forest. So that's just on one program. Second program is actually we raised quite a bit of fund to start adopting more and more bears. As a brand, we feel that our mission is to raise more awareness about the conservation of sun bear. Sun bear is a very rare Malayan, smallest bear in the world. So I'm not sure whether how many people know Malayan sun bear is the smallest bear species in the world. And they're extinct and they're in Malaysia forest. So we want to use the brand power from Bask Bear Coffee to really inspire other people about the conservation effort behind. So I think that's one part. Second thing, it's the brand is very big in advocating iron palm sugar. So what we did is we actually worked with the Borneo Island farmer to actually support them on an exclusive partnership, which means that we will guarantee all the buyout for all the ingredient iron palm sugar that extracted or harvested from them. So what we did is we're actually supporting the local community economy to make sure that their income is sustainable and also to make sure that our proprietary ingredient is sustainable.
Maybe you can share maybe some tips or hacks or advice to other fellow business out there who just want to start their business, maybe in coffee or other F&B products. What can you say to them?
I think our biggest take home or our learning in the past 4 years is don't just build a coffee brand, like really build a brand that has got a soul behind. So in our cases, that's where the brand was inspired by Malayan Sun Bear. And on day one, the ESG perspective or the understanding of ESG or the mission is very strong since day one. So every step when we put up a new store, we are raising a new awareness about this sun bear conservation. So I think that's helped the brand to stay stronger in the marketplace where it's highly competitive. And second thing, it's we are never relaxed when it comes to product innovation. So the product innovation is ongoing. We knew that people are looking out for excitement more and more often. So with so competitive landscape, right, people will expect more from this industry. So in our cases, we want to make sure that we continue to elaborate our menu and make sure that every single product that we build is relevant to Malaysian.
And definitely, I want to say this is a very inspiring story. I want to say thank you very much to Bryan Loo, the Chief Executive Officer at Bask Bear Coffee, for sharing the journey. How did Bask Bear embark until now? I want to say thank you very much and all the best for the future expansion.
Thank you.
And definitely, I want to say join us at the first roadshow of Jiwa SME at Aeon Mall Tebrau City, Johor Bahru on the 6th and 7th July. And don't miss the chance to meet Bask Bear. See you there.